Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom, and today there's just only one place to begin with here, because as you guys know, that I have been anticipating exactly something like this here. I think it was Friday or Thursday I was coming up with this update saying that, look, there's a Jasmy coin urgent weekend pump that we are going to be talking about right there. And of course, from a time frame perspective, we really got that within the 48 hours that we were mentioning why there. So that's really great. Obviously, we were also in a trade here in our Patreon, and congratulations to everybody who was in that trade, right? I was making an exclusive video to those Patreons saying that, look, there is an opportunity here with Jasmy. So all those price targets have been hit. The main event for the weekend was Jasmy, really just having a big pump like this one, and we really got that one. So fantastic, that's really great. But obviously the question now remains, what is going to happen next year with the Jasmy price, right? So before we get there, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for Jasmy content will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on Jasmy and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's get back to the daily time from here. And still, of course, you are still seeing that we've got this block of resistance right on top. We've got this block of support right there. So now we are at the extreme. Obviously, you know the game, right? When we are down here, I say buy. When we are right at the top, of course, we were in a trade already. So the deal obviously becomes clear at the top, right? Is to sell and cash in with the Jasmy price. That was really a fantastic part. From the very bottom to the top there, you are looking at something like 60%. Yeah, it's slow and all that, but it is what it is with Jasmy, right? So of course I mentioned selling right here, but does that mean that there is a doomsday scenario where Jasmy is going to get massively rejected all the way back down here? Actually is the opposite right there. I'm just mentioning selling here just from a trading perspective, right? Short-term trading that we have been in there, but long-term, actually this has very good implications here on the Jasmy price set, and there are positive things to look forward to. Remember, we're looking at the MACD saying that, look, the whole thing is getting weaker and weaker as we keep trending to the downside here, and eventually we were expecting a reversal. We have gotten that. The only thing that was remaining there was for us to see the RSI wide above something like 60-62 right there. I think we have gone through like the previous examples when Jasmy has had to deal with the resistances and support levels on the RSI. It just does it like all of a sudden, boom. And that was also like the school of thought behind the trade that we were anticipating the pump over the weekend. But still here, the good thing and the encouraging sign is that we've gotten that 60 mark. So should we close our daily candle above the 62-60 mark here on the RSI, I think we are actually green lighted that we are eventually going to be breaking the previous high, which is sitting at something like 2.7 cents here for Jasmy. So should I do this here with my Fibonacci retracement tool from the very top of the structure to the bottom here, you can see that we have been fighting the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. Now we have taken even higher, right? Now we are at the 702 Fibonacci retracement level right there. Should we have a daily candle above this level here, that is actually indicating that we have a golden ticket to go ahead and break this at 2.7 cents right there for Jasmy. And now we are looking for great things right to happen here. We expect the bull market to continue raging. Remember, we've been stuck in this range for like 60 something days. 65 days to 2 months at this point, but I think it's also coming to an end, right? So yeah, maybe we won't get the clear breakthrough right at this point, but the early signs are there from the RSI, from the MACD, that you know what, there is strength back in the market right there. But also, we're looking at a structure which is very similar to what the Jasmy price that is doing here, and I've been showing you this over the last few updates right there, showing you the price set of Velo. Maybe you're not even familiar with what Velo is, but it really doesn't matter. What is important right there is showing you exactly the same kind of price action that we have here with Jasmy, which obviously means that the market participants obviously are behaving in the same manner, right? So let's go to the 4-hourly time frame here. So down below here we have part of that Velo price action that I was saying that Jasmy is pretty much exhibiting the same thing, right? Let's quickly just adjust that nice and easy here, and you can see here with Jasmy being on the top. Let me go ahead and clear this one too. We pretty much don't need it right at this point, but take a look at this kind of price action here. Pretty much the same thing that has been happening with Jasmy too. You can see that even the topping structure was almost the same thing. You have that kind of a double top right there. You have your flash right there. You have your flash before you have a bounce, and then heading to your bottom right there. Pretty much it's the same thing right there, right? You try to recover one more time, slam your lows, get back into like you know, your higher low right there. So you're continuing upwards. Same thing here with Velo, and obviously you hit this kind of a range right there, which Jasmy has been stuck in obviously for some time, and we're expecting that now the breakage of something like 2.7 cents for Jasmy, that is going to be the key to say that, you know what, we are escaping this trading range. Obviously we may come back down, but the indication is that we are going to be breaking that, and obviously what to expect after that is something like 50 cents is going to be taking some time to get there obviously, but these things, they get accelerated in the bull cycle, right? So here the 50-cent price target that we are talking here for Jasmy, we are actually getting it from the retracement levels, right? Actually that's what's the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. So we are looking at that golden ratio here for this structure on Jasmy, like referencing 30 something cents as the peak right there, and just pulling it from the very top right there to the bottom, we are still seeing that that 50-cent mark is where we will be headed for Jasmy. So I think this is something that is very possible for this bull cycle, at least. Obviously, you know that I've got price targets as high as something like $1.20 coming from other different structures, but I think we're going to be working much closely with this Velo price action because it's much more recent. Obviously the other structures, we are taking them as far back as something like 2016, 2017 right there, right? Which, I mean, it really doesn't say anything bad about that, but you know, I think that maybe for this bull cycle to be a bit conservative, much more conservative, targeting something like a 25x for Jasmy, we will be looking for that 50-cent mark here. It's looking like it's very possible, and it's looking like we are getting super close to that obviously, because once we break this range that we have been stuck in right here, the market is really going to be accelerating real quick, right? You'll be surprised that maybe the bull market will be over in like 2 months or stuff like that. This thing, they happen really in a quick fashion, and I shouldn't be surprised. So if you are looking for those trade alerts, one-on-one trading with me, you can even call me. We can have live calls and discuss all things crypto relative to those trades that we'll be taking together. I'll be there for you, and feel free to check that on the Patreon. The link will be down there in the comment section or the description. But remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, alright? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really, really good care of yourselves. Bye.